Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting off the video without any makeup because I don't want to spoil the end result for you guys. I'm doing the Instagram Picks My Makeup Challenge, which means you guys voted on my Instagram stories and chose the makeup I'm going to use for this entire video. Did you sabotage my makeup? Or did you create a beautiful look with your choices? That's what you're gonna see today. Before we get into the videos, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Karla Patricia Makeup, and I suggest you do so because I may or may not be doing a giveaway in this following week. So go follow me if you aren't already. Now, if you want to see what products you guys chose for me and what look I create with them, then just keep on watching. I already primed my eyelids with my Tarte Shade Take Concealer and I set it down with a white eyeshadow. So I'm going to start off by using the palette you guys chose for me to use, which is the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette. I'm going to start off by using the shade Hippie, which is this orange shade right here. I'm going to pick this shadow up in a fluffy brush and just play with it on my crease. At first I'm going to be stamping it on and then I'm just going to brush it in windshield wiper motions to blend it all out. This shade is looking a little more peachy on me than what it looks like on the pan. I gave you guys the option of choosing whether I do a bold, creative look or a colorful but wearable look, and you guys chose bold, so I'm gonna go in with this shade Escape and I'm going to deepen up my crease. I'm gonna place this shadow a little bit lower than where I placed that shade called Hippie, which was the orange one. Now I'm going to use the shade Hipster, which is the darkest brown in the palette. And as you can see, I'm first just stamping the color and then I'm going back in with that fluffy brush and blending all the three shades together. I'm not going to build this shade up more, so I'm just going to go in with the shade Trance, which is this shimmery blue shade from the palette. And I'm going to take this on a flat brush. I haven't played with any of the shimmers on this palette, so I really want to see if they're pigmented enough that I don't have to use Fix Plus. So let's see what happens. Oh, this is very pretty. But I do wish it was a little bit more intense, so I am going to use some Fix Plus. Let me see how it turns out. I'm starting to think that this eye look is not going to look the way I want it to look because this shadow is very disappointing. I'm going to take it on my finger, and yeah, that definitely makes it better. So with this blue at least, let's see from the other shades of the palette, but from this eyeshadow, your finger is the way to go. I'm gonna buff the edges out. What the hell? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. I don't know how close I can get, but I don't know if you guys can see how patchy it's looking right here. I mean, it's not wanting to blend. You guys chose the wrong palette. Jesus. It seems like when I try to blend it, it doesn't blend and then I lose all the pigment from that area. This is definitely not blending at all. I don't know if you guys can see this I'm getting closer to the camera, this very, very harsh line between the blue and the orange. It looks awful. It's not even wanting to blend on the edge here. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm really putting a lot of pressure on my brush and I'm losing the entire pigment. Okay, so I'm officially giving up on this blue eyeshadow because it is not wanting to blend. So I'm going to move on to the other blue eyeshadow that I intended to use, which is the shade Ultimate from the palette, which is this one right here. And I'm going to use that same flat brush I used for the other shadow. And I'm going to press it on my inner corner. Oh, this one's beautiful. I'm going to wet it with some Fix Plus anyway, just to see what its full potential is, you know? Oh my god. Why didn't I use this entire shadow all over the lid? And this one is blending with that blue shade, and I'm just going to see if it wants to blur out the lines here. This one does seem to want to blend, so it's just the blue indigo shadow that's done. To try and save this look, I'm just going to take that blue aqua shade and put it all over the lid, because that blue dark shade is just annoying me. I don't know if it will save it, but at least I can say I tried. It's looking better, okay? So it's its progress. This is all your fault. Okay, so this is looking better. I mean, I'm not obsessed with it yet, but I feel like with lashes and the face makeup, it's all gonna look fine. So I'm gonna go ahead, do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back to finish off with the face makeup. Alright, so I'm back, and what I did with my eyes, I figured out more or less how to play with that blue eyeshadow, and I just used the lightest shade, the lightest teal color all over the lid. And what I did to add this little pop of darker blue was take my finger and literally just dab the darker blue on top and blend it ever so slightly with this shade to the side. I didn't bring it all the way up to my crease because then it wouldn't have blended and we would have had the same mess as before. This is not what I was going for, but I'm actually kind of liking it, so I'm excited to see how it will turn out when we finish the entire face. To start off with my skin, I'm going to be priming, and you guys chose the Smashbox PhotoFinish Foundation Primer, which is this one right here. And this is actually one of my favorite primers ever. It's not like I have tried every primer, but you know, the ones I've tried, I really love this one. It really smooths out my face and blurs my pores and fine lines a little bit. So what I do is I just rub it on my skin, and then on my most porous areas I just press it in. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, which you guys chose over the Maybelline Superstay. And I'm just going to dab this all over my face using my EcoTools sponge. For concealer, you guys chose the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to apply just a little bit of this. I don't want a lot of highlighting today for some reason. So I'm just going to apply it on the most inner part of my under eye. To set my under eye and my entire face, I'm going to be using the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. Since I didn't apply a lot of concealer, I'm not going to be baking. I'm just going to lightly set. Now with a very fluffy powder brush, I'm just going to dust that powder over my skin. A very light layer. You guys chose the Morphe 9C palette for me to contour with, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. Now to bronze my skin, I'm going to be using the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I'm going to continue with my lower lash line, and I'm going back in with a palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Trance once again to give it one last chance, and I'm going to be using a little smudger brush to be running that all over my lower lash line, connecting it with my top shadow. Now I'm going to take the shade Ultimate, which is the teal shade right here. Please excuse my ugly faces. Now to blend those shades together, I'm going to be using the shade Hippie again, and I'm going to be smudging out their edges. I want to do a pop of color on my waterline, so I think I'm going to go in with one of these shades and wet it with a setting spray to create more of a liner type of feel. I'm going to be using the shade Dippy, which is this fuchsia right here. Alright, so I added mascara and lashes. I used the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara and the Sephora X Lilly lashes in the style Miami. I'm not really used to using such big lashes, so I think I look a little strange, but maybe I'll grow to like them, I don't know. I'm now going to move on to applying blush, and you guys chose the NYX Cosmetics Ombre blush in the shade Strictly Cheek, which is this beautiful kind of orangey shade. To highlight my face, you guys chose the ABH Aurora Glow Kit, which I'm very excited to use because I've never used it before. And it's this one right here. These are all the shades. And I think I'm going to use the shades Luna and Eclipse, which are these two right here. I'm going to go in first with the shade Eclipse to see if it's a little bit too dark, then I'll go over it with Luna. So, oh no, this is pretty. It has like a pink reflex to it. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but I'm actually kind of liking it a lot. I'm gonna go on top of that shade with the shade Luna, which is the whiter shade. Oh my god, that's beautiful. For my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna use the shade Helia. I don't know how you say that. It's this one right here. And I'm going to apply this on my inner corner. I feel like it really adds a pretty pop of color right there. That shade is a little bit too intense for my brow bone highlight, so I am going to use the shade Luna instead. This may become my new favorite palette for my colored looks because this is beautiful. And I've never actually owned a glow kit by Anastasia before, so this is exciting. Now I'm going to finish off the entire look with my lips, and I'm going to be using this Labiali Nudes Matte Velvet Lipstick. This is by Chika Beauty Studio, and this is in the shade 07 Baby. And you guys voted for a matte. You guys voted for a matte lipstick. I was excited because I wanted to add a gloss on top, but I forgot. Okay guys, so this is the end of today's video. I really hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see all my future videos. When you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that little bell notification button to receive a notification every single time I make a new upload. I will see you in my next video. Bye!